Hello and welcome everyone to the first of a series of tutorials where we deal with the topic of cybersecurity in low voltage power distribution. My name is Andreas Hill, and in this first tutorial I want to bring you the details about the importance of cybersecurity in low voltage power distribution. So let's start at first with the topic of digitalization. Why digitalization? Because it plays a very important role when we deal about the problems and the needs, the basic needs that all the customers have. So the big benefit of digitalization within a plant is that if you have some intelligent, some smart products and you interconnect them to each other, you are able to have transparency about your power distribution. And that of course can lead to transparency about your energy consumption, about what is going on within your product process, within your products as well. You're able to integrate some external renewable sources in order to reduce the CO2 footprint. And of course, you can strengthen the reliability of your power distribution. And of course, these benefits that you have within a power distribution are there in order to solve the basic needs that you have, or that every customer has. And let's have a look at that pyramid of basic needs that every customer have. Of course, on the basis of every pyramid, there is the reliability and the sustainability of the power distribution itself. Power distributions are lasting for a long period. So they need, of course, to be reliable, they need to be secure, and of course, they need to be efficient in order to do a good production and to be one of the market players and to be competitive. So if we have a digitalization within the OT network and everything is connected to each other, normally the OT and the IT network are growing together. But then let's have a look at the question, what is the difference between the IT and the OT in the topic of cybersecurity? At first, let's have a look at the IT side. So in the IT side, we have three major targets in order to fulfill. The first is the confidentiality. The second is integrity, and the third thing is availability. You can have a very easy example of that when you think about your bank information. So that means your credit information. You want to be the only one who has access to your money. So that means the confidentiality is very important for you. Also the integrity. And of course then the topic of availability. Within the IT network, normally every product is known that is connected to each other or that is part of this network. They are well known what they are, what they do within this network. You know about the software state or the firmware state of the product, and normally these products are separated due to their function to separate little networks. So the topic of cybersecurity in the case of IT is well known, and I would say is some basics that are already done. In comparison to the OT part, there is a difference. Even if we have a look at the major targets to fulfill, the major topic of cybersecurity in the OT is the topic of availability. Keep in mind that if there are some power failures, some outages, no one wants to have this. So availability is the major topic of everything. The second point is integrity. And the third point then is the topic of confidentiality. Within an OT network, we often have a problem that not every device that is connected to this overall system or overall application is not known. So there's also not known which software or firmware state it has. So we don't even know who's talking to whom and who's collecting the data from there. So actually, when we have a look at cybersecurity in the OT or the habits in the OT, we have the problem that the awareness for cybersecurity is very low. So let's have a closer look to the topic of cybersecurity within an energy distribution. On the one hand, we have the habits in the operative technology. So normally the systems there are seldom checked. So because if they work, there's no need to check them. They always have the focus on the convenience of the operation. And they always have the problem that if there is an issue with the power distribution, they need to fix it in a very short time period. That's why many people have access to the power distribution in order to react very fast. And that leads us to the vulnerabilities of many power distribution systems. Normally there's no patch management, there's no logging who does what at which time. There are even standard passwords who are used, and there is a low access barrier to the products itself. And of course, these products are in an operational mode for a very long time or a very long period of time. And that gives, of course, a big attack surface for someone who wants to attack the low voltage power distribution. In fact, today, they don't care about that because they say as long as it works, you don't need to touch it. And in fact, of course, many attackers do not know that cybersecurity within the low voltage power distribution has not that awareness or is not that big topic. But in fact, this topic will grow within the next years. And of course, there are many options that need to be taken into account in order to secure this power distributions, this low voltage power distributions within an application or within a plant. But for now, we're done with this first tutorial, and you find more about the topic of cybersecurity within the other two tutorials that we have to the topic of cybersecurity within low voltage power distribution. And of course, you can even find more information material right here on our homepage. Find it under siemens.com/low voltage/cybersecurity. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you.